What is going on, y'all? So I'm out here at Patriots Park today, and it's supposed to snow big time here in Augusta tomorrow. So it's supposed to be pretty bad weather. Today is actually pretty nice, but you can already start to feel that chill in the air that you normally feel when it's getting icy or snowy. So out here today, I'm going to be throwing a lot of different shots, testing out some new lines with some discs that have been in my bag. I also got a few discs that I'm testing out, so we might try those on a few of these holes as well, but mostly going to be putters and mid-ranges today, maybe a few drivers, especially on some sidearms, but beautiful day. Try to beat the storm. Let's get into it. All right, stepping up here to hole one. It's in the long placement over at 276 over there to the right. We're going to go 2 off the first. I'm going to go cap wrap here first. And that one was inside. All right, now let's go with a Raptor here. And that should be perfect. If it misses, oh, that's great. Yeah, that should be parked. All right, good thing I went 2 off the first, got the Raptor up here. This is arguably the best drive I've ever had on this hole. And that is always a good one to start off with the birdie on. All right, guys, hole 2, 254, just up there on the hill. I'm gonna go back to the Raptor. I normally go cap wrap here, but I wanna go to the Raptor just because that one felt really good on the last throw. See if I can get this one up there on that upper shelf. A little bit low, sneak through. Well, no, went down into the ditch. All right, I'm also wanting to try out the flash on some forehands today, so this is probably too much disc, but we're gonna try it anyway. Nice little pop up. That's gonna be up on the hill. And then it rolls down into the ditch. All right, got the flash and the Raptor right here by each other. Not a great line at it, but not the worst either. Just probably just outside the circle here. Come on. Just a little off for that one. Definitely more than you want to have left for the par, but all right, that's a good one. Not my best putt on that first one, but luckily able to get that par. Hole 3, I believe it's in the 231 placement, which is pretty straight. A little bit of fade over there, so a nice little zone or Zone SS shot. All right, I think I'm gonna go with my straight flying Zone SS. I'm gonna see if I can pop this up just a little bit. See if it'll get some fade going over there. That is tight, but the slide helped me out a ton there. Just like that. Now a little fade, little fade. Didn't quite get the fade. That one is looking very pretty. Yeah, a little deep, but that's all right. All right, since my first one is parked, which was my blue one, I'm gonna putt the green one just to get some practice reps in. This is probably, I don't know, just inside the circle, probably about 30 feet or so. A little bit left. And that one was more right, but it caught. But still gonna count the birdie here, thankfully. Getting my drives in good positions where not really having to knock down those 30 footers, but gotta get a little more consistent with those. All right, hole 4 is 237 feet. Pretty straight, but you gotta take either the turnover gap or try to go up the middle, and it looks like there's a hyzer gap. I'm just gonna go with my flippy Zone SS, just something I know I'm not gonna have to throw absolutely perfect, but just kind of let the disc do the work for me. Just like that. Oh, hit an early tree there. And then that one hit a late one as well. And it's perfect. Very unfortunate that I hit the tree on this one, but I'm just gonna go back to the Zone SS, See if I can give this a little half bid. And I might have done it. Ooh, right under it. All right, let's try to throw this in. Oh, man. Got it. Golly. All right, guys, hole 5 is in the long placement, 266. Got to punch this gap and then get some fade over there to the left. This is a perfect buzz shot for me if I can hit the line clean. That's always my struggle. To start, I'm just going to go with the bread and butter. I'm going to go 10-year buzz. Just something that I feel very comfortable with. Missed the line big time. But that is up there for a putt. You're going to see it. I don't know if you can see it finish. Luckiest shot ever. I got this ESP buzz saw. It's supposed to be a little more overstable. See if I can actually hit the line. Did hit the line, and that is more overstable. And that is pretty darn good. Man, is this now a poke and pray? All right, we're gonna try some crazy stuff. Let's try tracker forehand. A little slight little drift. Oh, a little more height, but that's still pretty good. Let's go pipeline. Ah, no touch whatsoever. I got the buzz up here, pretty lucky shot. It's not as close as I thought, but honestly, after that drive, I'll take anything where I'm actually having a putt. Bam. I will take that as a steal of a birdie there. All right, hole 6 is 267, just straight. A little bit of fade, one of my favorite holes out here for sure. I'm gonna go with the yellow Zone SS. I feel like I have a little more success with it on this hole. Let's see if it gets me down there. Yikes. Right into that tree. Oh my goodness. Let's go tracker a little forehand shot. Not gonna have to throw this hard at all. Oh my goodness. That is deep of the basket, but that was such a good flight. Holy cow. All right, got the Zone SS. Sorry, the camera's not in a great spot. I'm gonna pitch up with a Berg, and then I'm gonna try to throw it in with a Ringer GT here. Oh, that should be plenty fine. A little short, but that's 15 feet, I think. All right, here we go. Ah, that's the line, just not the height. Oh, not very good. All right, like I said, not a great upshot, but not a horrible one either. Got the Berg. Oh my goodness. All right, hole 7, 246, big hyzer down the hill. Got to get some height on it. You know, let's go Vessel. We have not thrown this today. This is the, if you don't know, the Vessel is a Thought Space mold. That is the Zone, what is it? Zone GT with the Ringer top. And so try it out. I like the way this feels. Oh, it's a little out wide, but it got a big skip down the hill. Why am I hanging these out so wide? I mean, I guess they're working, but not ideal. All right, let's try something fun. Let's go Ringer GT, a little turnover. Come on, hold. Started fading out a little more at the end, but overall, pretty cool shot. Good choice going with the Vessel. Good speed control here. It's not as close as I want, but only about, I don't know, 20 or so left. And that is another birdie. This is one I always like getting. Really good hole, a lot of fun to play. All right, hole 8. I believe this one is in the par 4 placement, which is 414. It's really all about placement on this one, so I'm gonna try to go with my Zone SS. Just something to try to get me in position. Let's go with the yellow one here. Oh, a little too high. Yeah, I mean, not horrible by any stretch, but would like to be a little more left than that. All right, here you go. Test flight Scorch. I've always liked the Scorch, but I don't know, the newer runs just seem to be way too overstable. So the test flights for me were the best run that they've done. Just got this one. It is slightly used, but max weight should still be relatively stable. Let's try this on a little hyzer flip line. Oh, it is good. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. Can't wait to throw that more. All right, so actually not a bad spot at all. Zone SS lines me up pretty good. In fact, I think it's another Zone SS shot for me. I'm gonna go with my straight to stable one, just try to get it up there close. Just like that, maybe go in the basket for an eagle. Oh, that would have been sick. I don't know if my microphone's gonna pick up from this far away, but if it does, Zone SS, great choice, always. Only about 15 feet here. And that is a good birdie to get. I like what they're doing with this hole. All right, guys, hole 9 is 309 feet up the hill over to the right. Nice little forehand shot. I'm gonna go with my overstable Venom. If I throw this right, it should go right towards the basket. A little bit low, but if that fades and skips, that should be good. It got a skip. Maybe just inside the circle. All right, let's go back to this is an ESP Glow. I actually lost this a while back. It was a really good one for me. Somebody just returned it. I don't really remember how it flies, but I remember it was a good one. Oh, it's really good. A little more overstable than I remember. Another good one. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, let's try the flash out on a little forehand shot. Look at that. Missed that. Oh, that was looking great. All right, we're gonna try out the Osprey on this one. Look at that. If it didn't hit that stump, that was gonna be the best shot of the bunch. I got my first Venom up here to a pretty good spot, but got this tree right in the way. I'm gonna have to hyzer it right around. Not sure if the camera's gonna pick up the angle, but pretty good shot, just an unfortunate placement. Come on, let's go. All day. That's a good way to end the front 9. All right, guys, hole 10 is 306, one of the tougher holes out here. I'm gonna try this flash out on another forehand. I think if I hit the line right, this should shape right for this particular hole. Just gotta smooth it up there. Miss it. Oh, that is great. Skip in. Dude, that disc is so good. Let's go Scorch. Let's see what it can do. Oh, it's flippy. I don't have the greatest touch, so that is not a good choice. This flash is doing its best to solidify a spot in the bag. And I mean, the flights I can get from a forehand and a backhand are pretty remarkable. So got about 20 feet, got some limbs I gotta navigate here, but see if we can cash in this pretty difficult hole. Let's go. Man, game is feeling good right now. I gotta keep it going though. I spoke too soon earlier. I don't wanna do it again. All right, so the Flash is a pretty unknown disc to a lot of newer players. It's not one that's been in production for a while, but probably one of the oddest discs in my bag as far as how relative it is to, you know, popularity and how many players actually throw it. So I wanna hear from you. What is probably the disc in your bag that you lean on quite a bit that probably most disc golfers don't? I'd love to hear what kind of unique disc you have in your bag. So let me know down in the comments. All right, guys, hole 11, one of my favorite holes, 246 down the hill there. Hanging basket, be a great one to get an ace on. Let's see if we can throw a few at it. I'm actually gonna try out the Vessel. I wanna try this on a forehand. Let's see how it flies. Oh, that is great. That is really good. Get there, get there, get there. Oh, it's right underneath it. Oh. Oh, come on, come on, come on. I got my Vessel underneath the basket, so I'm gonna putt this one just for fun. This zone barely stayed in bounds. Got about 25 left. Very tricky putt, but very gettable. Let's go. And then we can tap in the Vessel as well, which is right underneath the basket. That is such a good hole and always a fun one to get. All right, I'm feeling another ace coming on. So we got hole 12, which is a par 3, 180 feet. I'm gonna go back to the Vessel, try to go a little forehand once again. Try to get this one close and then we'll go for some ace runs. And that might be an ace run in itself. Oh, right there. Could be. That's got the height. That's in. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh. Fade, 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 fade. Ah. Come on. That's in. God. Vessel right here. Part. Another bird. Oh, that looks good. Go, go, go. Whoo. That one also looks pretty good. If that fades. Oh, those are two great shots. All right, guys, got the buzzes up here. These are great shots. My first one is right by it. I'm gonna putt this one from about 20 feet just to get some reps in. All right, guys, hole 14, 186 feet. Also want to give a quick shout out to two guys I just met here on the course that watch the channel, Frank and Bryant. Thank you guys for watching. It was nice meeting you guys today. And thank you to all of you that watch the channel and support this. Just want to show off our courses, so thanks a lot. We're gonna go Zone SS, go with the flippy guy. See if we can just kind of coast one up there. Oh my goodness gracious. That was the most atrocious shot I've ever seen in my life. And somehow it is still right there. Let's go Zone SS again. Oh. Nope. All right, guys, after this atrocious shot, only got about 20 to 25 left here. See if we can keep the streak going. There it is. Most unconventional birdie ever, but I will take it. Oh, no, 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 no. All right, guys, pretty bad spot here. But we're gonna see how our scrambling abilities are. And that is gonna be out in the open. All right, guys, I thought it was in the par 5 placement. It's actually in the par 4. So long putt here. See if we can get a pretty unconventional birdie. Come on, not enough height. Dang it. All right, that's not one you want to take a par on, but when you have a bad drive, it's kind of hard to snag one. All right, I'm gonna put y'all up on the hill. Hole 16, 271. I have yet to throw a great shot on this hole, but really cool hole. See if I can pick up a birdie here. It's a little fast for this hole, but I'm gonna try to just take some off and go Aztec here. See if I can just play the speed more than actually throwing it hard. If that misses, that's great. Skip. Think I got it. Fade, 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 fade. Not quite. There is not really a better feeling than throwing a perfect shot, getting your disc to do exactly what you intended for it, getting an easy tap in. All right guys, hole 17, one of my favorite holes out here once again. 409 over to the right, nice little forehand shot. We might also try a few little backhands as well, we'll see. All right guys, let's go Venom. Let's go forehand. Gonna try to flex this guy over on that right-hand side, maybe down the middle. See if I can get a nice skip over there towards the basket. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Flex, 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 flex. You stupid trees. And then what do? Turn that junk over. Not a horrible throw, but just not great. Oh, that is so good. Oh, turn some more. Dang, that is smashed though. All right, we're gonna do the same kind of thing. Pitch up with the Zone SS and then see if we can give this a little bit of a run. That might be the worst upshot I've ever thrown. All right, here we go. Let's go Berg. Oh. Am I really even giving it a run? That is the height and a terrible. Maybe I should just stop. All right, after this horrendous upshot, left myself with way too much for a par putt, but shouldn't be a problem. Yep. Guys, that was just, played that hole pretty bad. All right, one more. Let's see if we can snag a bird. All right, guys, hole 18 is a par 4, 465 feet. Got to go to the right of the tree line. I'm going to go with a nuke. Just try to push it as far up there as I can. Come on, that should be really good. Dude, that should be amazing. That one is also very good. Oh, I actually went a little too far. All right, I want to see what the Scorch will do again. Dude, I love that thing. That is just like those old Scorches that I know and love. All right, this is by far the best drive I've ever had on this hole, but I've almost made it too tight because now I have to get something that kind of pans over there pretty quick. So I'm gonna try the machete on a little skip shot, and then we might try some different routes. Skip, baby. That's all you need right there. Is that short? Oh my gosh, that's so short. Oh, that could be. Come on. Oh, that is gonna do it, y'all. Machete's up here. It's only 10 feet. Right into the stump. That's gonna end the day, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you're in the Augusta area, I hope you stay safe because it is supposed to get pretty icy, lots of snow, but y'all have fun. Everybody stay safe. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks again to Frank and to Bryant for meeting up with me today and saying hey. Guys, if you're ever out on the course, see me, make sure to stop and say hey. I'd love to talk to you. Guys, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.